is
Now,
the point when you fuck a guy for over an hour and he just go.
Did anybody recognize you from film in the industry? They did? Okay. Okay.
Well, I just come and you gotta do what you gotta do.
You are such an advocate. One thing is what I love is I love seeing a lot of the beautiful women that's in the industry as sex advocates.
And I would set up crystals on their body based off of their chakra. And the crystals, what they do is if they sit long enough, they begin to like permeate through the body. They begin to expand through the body and they create a bridge.
I shot with John Q too. You know, John Q, you know, I'm the first big girl, but he did his side, you know, his side. Yeah. But
I would, and I have given my last dime to people. I've given when I should have just watched. And it's not always about giving financially. It's giving your space and your time and your energy.
so that's kind of like a 50-50 answer, what I got. That wasn't really a yes or no answer.
I think I actually would, and this is of course the therapist in me, I would be asking them, like, tell me how this is celibacy for you.
So what's first there? And
I shoot them just like I would be shooting a regular female. So you don't put the emphasis on that. So it makes it more consistent with the title of being transgender
I have a
woman.
good friend. She lives here in Atlanta. I met her on a porn set. She wrote a book called From Porn to the Pulpit. Now, I won't say she was like this super... Yeah, she's my best friend. She's my best friend. Her name is Danielle Williams McCord. She wrote an amazing book called From Porn to the Pulpit. She's been preaching for 10 years now, but I met her on a porn set.
In any business that you find yourself in. Because definitely for me, like, you know, creating a product to push to the consumer, and for me, everything was consumer driven. If they didn't want it, I'm not gonna make it because I knew it.
Felt like if we kept our head a little below the sagebrush, that we would just be able to keep on going without any interference or anything like that. But that's
like, dude, I'm sitting in like the dressing room, like just with all the 20-year-olds and 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds. I'm like, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. I'm like, how old are you? I'm 23. And I'm like, dude, I'm 30.
Before I leave the house, I feel like last look. You know, this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, you know. Now, when I get out and interact with other people, it's going to be what it is.
Right, okay.
Yeah, bridging the gap. Naomi Banks, the goddess. Tune in. Hey yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Naomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week. Hashtag motivational Mondays, testimonial Tuesdays. I've been listening for the last 2 days. Wet Willie or Wisdom Wednesdays. Either way, the conversation gon' be lengthy. It's not hearsay, this is her way. You know she'll keep you thirst trapping on a Thursday. 4 days down, I'll talk about the number 5 day. Never coy, she always keeps it freaky on Fridays. Spiritual on Saturdays with sessions in the morning. Still uplifting and inspiring you all in. Being the goddess that she is, she keeps you all in. Formed on soul searching Sundays, just call in. If you misinformed, come get the facts. Fortunate for you, she's looking to bridge the gap. Yes, she was a porn star, but she's more than that. She's a certified specialist teaching us how to act. By the end of the show, we'll agree to disagree, but be good to each other and ourselves and keep it sexy. Yeah. Tune in every week to Ask Naomi. Bridging the Gap with Naomi Banks and Dog Pound Mike. Don't miss it. Tune in.
All right. What's going on? Hey, it's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about love, sex, relationship, culture differences, and so much more while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world on sex, language, attitude, and spiritual uplifting. What is going on, Dog Pound Mike?
It's all good. It's all good.
What is going on, my BTG crew? I see you all in the comments. Hey.
Yeah.
We are in the new year, 2024. This is our second Thursday. But guess what, y'all? I got some good news. I didn't really announce it. I just put up a link yesterday. But guess what? We right here at Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We right here at Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We are nominated yet again for another award. We are nominated for AVN 2024 Favorite Adult Podcast. Can we get a round of yes. For real, that's how we gonna get that particular clap like that.
Oh yeah.
And yes, you all can vote. Go to go to avn.com. There I go. Try to self-promote myself again. Go to avn.com and go to, I think it's fan favorite or fan votes. Go there and vote. I think you can vote once or 5 times every day, something like that. We'll just read the rules and the laws, for that. I said the rules and the laws. But go ahead and place your votes right there, as well as myself. And there's some other great podcasts as well. It's truly, and I can always say, like, even with Urban X Awards, I was truly honored to be nominated for our podcast, and even with ABN, because we don't just talk about sex here, we talk about everything. We talk just about everything, and for these different platforms to embrace us like that is amazing. And even though that is that's where I come from, that's part of my in the adult industry, and I've never left it. I'm just no longer performing in front of the camera, but just to be recognized and show love and that support, that is a great thing. And there's some other great talents there, some other great podcasts there as well. Just go place your votes, but make sure you place for Ask Naomi.
Yep.
I ain't threatening you, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Let's punch in, crew.
I'm just saying. Well, today's topic, we're talking about self-reflection, but we're talking about self-reflection in a way of, what did you learn about yourself from your past relationships? That is the question. And we're going to talk about that, because the thing is that we want to be able to dominate this year in every aspect of our lives. And that also means for what? For in our relationships. And I love relationships, and with our relationships with other people too. All right. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to talk about this topic. All right. It's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks, here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Get ready for the Season of Self-Love, a brand new series hosted by the incredible Naomi.
Hey there, it's Naomi. Are you tired of putting yourself last? Ready to prioritize your own happiness and well-being? Well, look no further.
Join Naomi every Tuesday as she delves deep into the world of self-love, sharing powerful insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
Together, we'll explore topics like self-care, personal growth, confidence, and so much more.
Don't miss out on this empowering series. Tune in every Tuesday for a fresh dose of self-love wisdom, exclusively on Ask Naomi's podcast.
Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the season of self-love. I can't wait for you to join us on this incredible journey. See you every Tuesday.
Subscribe now to Ask Naomi's podcast and let the season of self-love transform your life.
Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks. And I finally did it.
I written my first book. Well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People, where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to asknaomi.com and hit shop. Listen.
All right. It's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. And yes, you just saw a commercial on it's actually daily. It's actually every day that I do the Season of Self-Love podcast, to where we talk about self-love. We talk about self-love, and right now in the month of January, we're talking about setting intentions for 2024 to dominate in every aspect of your life, setting intentions and manifesting and all of those good things. So you can hear it right here on this platform right here on YouTube, but also you can go on Spreaker, Spotify, um, iHeartRadio, Amazon, and listen to it. I'm on daily. Come on daily. We got a lot of good things we do. Guided meditation, breathing exercises. Yeah, we try to get us straight. You know what I mean? Straight, so we can be in these great relationship with other people as well as ourselves. All right. So the topic that we're talking about today is self-reflection. What did you learn about yourself from past relationships? And I think we kind of talked about this a little bit last year. I think we talked about it last year, but this topic came up to me, and I'm just gonna be very honest. And probably in the last hour, I'm just gonna be honest. I had a whole show lined up for exactly what we were gonna talk about, and I said I'm not feeling that. I said I am not feeling that. And I don't know why, but I was not feeling that. I said, I just think it's just, we need to go back to this topic. We need to go back to this topic and kind of, bring it from a different aspect. You know what I mean? From a different,
I hear you.
from a different aspect. So right now I want to put on my relationship coach hat. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on right now. Ding ding. I'm gonna put that on right now. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because I was talking to one of my daughters, I'm not gonna say which one, and then I was talking to a few of my girlfriends. And the dating scene out there is crazy. But not only that, is that a lot of my let me say not a lot, but a few of my girlfriends and guy friends too have been in some very toxic relationships. And so and I'm guessing, truly, I'm guessing that a lot of people that's out there dating have been in toxic relationships. So they don't know how to go into a new relationship anew. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Y'all don't know how to go into a new relationship anew. You still taking that old shit that dude or that girl did to you in that last relationship or 2 or 3 relationships back. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it's figured like, okay, so in those relationships, what did you learn from them? I mean, because yeah. Some of them could have been all toxic, but within that toxicity, what did you learn? What can you take from that relationship and apply it in a positive way to your relationship now, or better yet, to you? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about yourself? Now I could go on and say about what I learned about myself, but that's coming up in the next segment. But what did you learn about yourself? But first we're going to talk about understanding the importance of self-reflection. And this is one reason why we need to do why we doing this topic, because we need to find out about ourselves first. You understand what I'm saying? Because we can't continue to be in relationships with other people when we don't see who we are in those relationships. Does that make sense? If we don't see who we are in those relationships. Now, I'm not saying if it's your fault for the breakup or their fault for the breakup, but still, are we truly seeing ourselves in this relationship? All right. All right. So we'll start by highlighting why self reflection is a cornerstone of personal personal development, especially when looking back at our relationship history. So entails that's like, I got a girlfriend that specifically date guys that put her last.
Mm.
That put her last. What did that mean, Naomi? That means he put her the last. Like she called, he's never there, meaning that he's not accessible to her and she's the last resort. You know, that's a late night. I'm gonna go hang with you late night. Let's do late night things and not things that you do in the daytime. And not because they were working, she was just not a priority. And so you figure out, why is that? Why did she always attract that? Then it goes on to her, is that some things in her life she wasn't making things or people a priority. So you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of dwindled down to her. You know what I mean?
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
because when you first said that, my first reaction was he was on some bullshit.
Well, yeah, he was.
I mean, but I guess if she had different relationships and all in it like that, well, maybe she didn't have the confidence, have the whatever to make people make her that first priority.
Right. And let me say this, because I don't want to say, well, Naomi, you blaming her. No, I'm not blaming her. What I am saying is that a lot of times, this is especially something that I learned, a lot of times we attract who we are. And I think I said this some last week. Did I say this last week, or was that, did I say this on another show? On the season of self-love, did I say that on that one? I'm just saying. But sometimes we attract, some of the traits that we have, we attract that. And I might as well jump right into it. It's like a mirror imaging of who we are, or a part of us that we attract. Seriously.
I can see that.
Yeah, seriously. That's what I knew when I came into this last relationship. I was like, look, this is who I am. Period. Now let me see who you are. Some of the things that we have the same traits alike, and some of them ain't. But as I got older and growing into knowing who I am, I'm like, okay, that's what that is. Okay. All right. Okay. And so now I understand, even looking back through my other relationships, what was the mirror imaging of me and them together? You understand what I'm saying? In that relationship. Because I had some very toxic relationships, is more, and it's on, a lot of it's on me, of controlling. And what I mean by controlling is that I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to say what I want to say. You going to do what I want you to do. I was a piece of work. I really was. I really was. But then the lopside of that is that I was cheated on in every relationship too. So the more that I demanded out of them in that relationship, it caused a triple reaction to something else. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now let me say this, that once that cheating happened over there, then here I go. Then we go tit for tat, which it wasn't a good it was toxic. You understand what I'm saying? It was too toxic. So I knew going in my last relationship, no, like, no, let's get everything out on the open. This is how we're gonna do it. Let's sit and talk. And it has been a great relationship. And when I say people be trying to figure it out, they be trying to figure it out. And the thing is that we're not trying to change each other. Like, we know who each other is. We love each other for who we are, and we accept one another for that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's it. But it took me a long time. It took me a marriage, 3 or 4 what I thought was the love of my life relationships, like seriously, several different broken engagements. Yes, to really get it right. Like, damn, like then it was like, is it you? Talking about me. So it's like I can't blame that whole toxic on the other person. So what you do? What you bring to it? And let me say this, a lot of times we bring some shit that ain't even ours. We bring stuff that we've watched, like a movie, from relationships from parents, or, you know what I'm saying, for family members that you've seen on how they react to one another in a relationship. So as we watching that as a movie, that is learned behavior. So we figure if that's how they treat their man, oh, I'm gonna go treat my man like that too.
Hmm.
That's the same vice versa for a woman to a man. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Y'all feel what I'm saying? So in that aspect, that's where that self-reflection comes to an understanding. Okay, let me see what it is. And matter of fact, what am I looking for in this relationship? What am I looking? Am I looking for something in this relationship? Why it's so toxic like this on my end? Because remember, we can't control nothing on their end. We can only control something on our end. We only can control something on our end. We can't control nothing on their end. That's something that I had to learn. They can do all the dancing and everything, the tricks and everything that they want right here in front of my face. But as soon as I turn my back, it's something totally different. So was I really in control? Nope, not at all. But see, that comes from me thinking something else. And so there's like, hold on. Wait a minute. I got to change this. I have to change this. And I have to change this in the process of why am I doing that? Why do I think I need to do that? And I can't put the blame on nobody else because I've done that. So now I need to look in the mirror and say, okay, what's going on with you? What will we have to do to fix this so in that next relationship that it won't be like that, that it can be better? What can you do for yourself that will make it better? And be honest. Be honest. So this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm going to open up the streaming lines. We're not gonna open up the phone lines. We're gonna open up the streaming lines. Dog Pop might go. It's gonna be a link up there when we come back from the break. But I want to know. Hit me up. I want to know, what did you learn about yourself from from your past relationship? All right. It's your girl, the goddess, Naomi Banks, here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Get ready for the Season of Self-Love, a brand new series hosted by the incredible Naomi.
Hey there, it's Naomi. Are you tired of putting yourself last? Ready to prioritize your own happiness and well-being? Well, look no further.
Join Naomi every Tuesday as she delves deep into the world of self-love, sharing powerful insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
Together, we'll explore topics like self-care, personal growth, confidence, and so much more.
Don't miss out on this empowering series. Tune in every Tuesday for a fresh dose of self-love wisdom, exclusively on Ask Naomi's podcast.
Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the season of self-love. I can't wait for you to join us on this incredible journey. See you every Tuesday.
Subscribe now to Ask Naomi's podcast and let the season of self-love transform your life.
All right. It's your girl, the goddess, Naomi Banks, here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. I am so sorry, that just caught me all off guard, like truly, like all off guard. All right, so today we're talking about self reflection. What did you learn about yourself from your past relationship. And right now we're going to send out a link that you can join me where you're from, wherever you are. But please keep it tasteful. Don't be on here trying to do some some other stuff. You know what I mean? From there. Okay. And so for you, Doc Pop Mike, from your past relationships, what have you learned?
Boy, I had learned that I was a dog. I was a dog. You know, something in my past. I mean, I can go back to two of my earlier relationships. Were actually one of my early with my my ex-wife. We was young, and I wasn't a good man. You know, I was out there thinking about myself, doing all okay, and she was the sweetest person in the world. Sweet. I mean, we still friends to this day. You know, no kids, and went through our process, got divorced, and all that. And she was the sweetest person in the world, still the sweetest person in the world. But what I did learn about myself is not only I wasn't a good man in that relationship, but what I really learned is she wasn't the right person for me. You know, and that's the thing, because people may think, oh, this person is sweet, she's beautiful, she this, she that, but if that's not who you are at the time, like you just said before, sometimes you got to see somebody who kind of mirror image of you, who have some traits. And we was totally opposites. We was totally opposites at that time, and I had to learn that you if I was like that, I was out there a little while. I was like, kicking it a little. Then maybe I need somebody who's wild like me, who has more traits, and have more thoughts, and have more things that I was trying to do in my life as I did, opposed to getting someone who just is beautiful, sweet, nice person, loves you to death.
Right.
And that's not who you are. And that's one thing that showed me, is that I wasn't that person. I wasn't that person that want to come home and stay home every day and be home hugged up watching the soap operas, watching this, and then I was out trying to do things. I may be a little like that now since I'm old as hell now, but at that time that wasn't me.
All right, so I want to just to share some things with you where they say with self-reflection is a cornerstone of personal development when looking back at our relationship history for several reasons. One is understanding patterns in behaviors. Um, Engaging in self-reflection can identify patterns and behaviors that may have contributed to success or failures of past relationship. And this self-awareness allows you to gain insight into our own actions and reactions, enabling us to make conscious choices in future relationships. So it's like I was saying before, is that I kind of learned from those relationships to have a better relationship with this one. So this relationship has been very, very successful. And if I tell y'all how long I've been in this relationship, you'd be like, for real? Yes, because I never really talk about it. I mean, you would have to go look at some interviews that I've done a long time ago to see some stuff. But otherwise, no, I kind of keep everything kind of close to my chest when it comes to my family with that. But that's how I can wear my my relationship cap. It's because I have, even though some of my relationships have came out in some divorce and breakups, I was in there for some long times. I've been in for 10 years and 5 years, and like I've been in some long relationship. I am truly, let me tell you something, I am wifey material.
Wow.
Wasn't just using it just for real. I'm definitely wifey material. Yes, I said that shit, and I said that shit with my chest out. Yes, I am. I am a lady in the streets. As long as you don't turn on your internet, and I'm a freak in the bed, which you probably can turn on your internet. But all in all, serious, like, yeah. All right, the next one is taking responsibility. Taking responsibilities. Self-reflection helps us to take responsibility for our own role in past relationship and dynamics and allow us to acknowledge any negative patterns or behaviors that may have hindered the growth and connection with our partners. And by recognizing our own contribution to our relationship challenges, we can begin to make positive changes. Do y'all agree with that? Yes. Positive changes. You agree with that, Dr. McMahon?
Yeah, something. Yeah, yeah. It is about making positive changes, and because everything that you do, everything that you have done in your past, you have to learn from it and grow from it in a positive manner. I mean, that's how you get a new relationship to work. You got to look at the old relationships, and you got to look at what you did wrong.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's not about what the other person done, because in every situation, every relationship, it was two people in it, and it took two people to make it and two people to break it up.
Right.
I really think that.
You believe that?
Yeah, I do.
You know, yeah.
My first one, I think I was doing all the fucking up.
You're doing all the fucking up. What was the hardest breakup for you? Which one of your relationships was the hardest breakup for you? And did you learn something about yourself? Or better yet, did you grow from that? Oh, that's something. Did you grow for that?
I mean, that might have been my hardest breakup.
The first one?
Yeah, my marriage. But did I grow from it? Yeah, I grew from it, but it took a while. It took a while to grow. It really did, because I mean, coming out of it, I just knew what I did and how I fucked up. And after that time, I don't think I stopped fucking up for a while. I don't think I stopped fucking up for a while. So before I got into the relationship in now, before I got into that one, I had a chance to spend a lot of time alone. And actually, I was in a very, very toxic one before this. That was very, very toxic. One of us could be dead now.
Oh, oh my. Oh my.
But it gave me time to sit back and really think about what I want. And at the time, I didn't really want anything.
Did you know what you wanted? I guess that's the thing. Yeah.
No, I did not. Sometimes you don't know what you want until it happens.
That's a good one. You don't know what happens until it happens.
Until it happens. Didn't think it would happen. And then just bam, it happened. And like, oh, this is cool. And years later, it's still cool.
Ain't that something? Building self-awareness. I think that's something a little bit that you were just talking about, is just really realizing who you are, as I said, who you are in this relationship, but also who you are as a person. So growing from those, I've had several different relationships, and for me, each one of them taught me something different. And in each one of them, they have went into the pages of my book that I've learned from. And they're like, what book, Naomi? The book that I gave to this man in this last relationship, period. A lot of things that I did in my previous relationship that I didn't do now. Before, and if anybody knew me back in the day, I would pop off really quickly. No questions asked, bam, 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 and would not care. Would not care about a person feeling like my tongue was sharp as hell. And I didn't understand that at that time, is that you're hurting people. You're hurting people's feelings. And even though you say you didn't mean that in that time, but you did mean that in that moment, because you thought of those mean words to say to that person. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing that it will hurt that person purposely. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, how can you say, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Or what's that saying is, we go the total opposite. What Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high.
Mm-hmm.
No, when they was going low, I was going lower. Or what they say, I was going to hell with some of the words that I said. And what I realized is that came from, and I'm gonna be very honest, that came from the language that was held in my household. Like really, there was some toxic language that was happening in my household that you had to, speak and have a voice,
Okay.
or you be overshadowed with your voice. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, with this book, boy, I was a hot, and I think I can say this, like, God damn, you was a hot mess. So even when I go back home and I see people and they be like, damn, you so chill. Like we be like, dang, like I'm ready for you to just pop off on somebody. And it's like I'm like, I was still Dear Abby back then too. But first of all, I hated bullies. I didn't like people that bully nobody. So I was on their asses. And I just didn't like people to get mistreated. But also, if I felt like you were disrespected in any kind of way, I would pop off.
Mm.
I would pop off. And for me, and this is so messed up, I didn't care how old you are. I did not care how old you were. If you was disrespectful to me, I was disrespectful to you. I remember this occasion. I was in church. My mom was in church. We was in church. It was at Usher board meeting. It was a junior Usher board meeting. It was a junior Usher board meeting. And it's one of my grandmother's best friends. Rest in peace. It was one of my grandmother's best friends. And, this lady she was a very mean lady. Rest in peace, lady. But she was a very mean lady. She was very mean. And she was very bossy to her husband. She was. She was very bossy to. I got this picture of my mind. Right. Shit. I mean, sorry, excuse me. But she did this in church. Like, she was very mean to him in church, mean to the kids. Like, she was just mean. She was just a very mean, burly woman. Just very mean. And I remember occasion I was standing up there, talking and saying something or whatever, and she cut me off. And so I didn't say anything. I just sat there. And then she said something that I thought that was not cool. And I told her about it. My mother pulled me out of the church and said, "You do not do that." And I said, "Did you just hear what she said to me?" She said, "I know, but she is your elder and you do not disrespect." I said, "But didn't you tell me that you have to earn respect?" She said, "But yeah, but that's not, that's only for you." Wait, why is it only for me?
Right.
Why is it not for the elder that is supposed to be teaching us some things that she is excluded from? So this is how I was. My mama told me I should have been a lawyer because I was very debatable in that and argumental in that. Like, no. How can, because she not even teaching her kids right. See, there I go. She wasn't even teaching her kids right.
You was a kid yourself.
Yeah, I was a kid myself, but I didn't understand. And everybody agreed, was like, what, she shouldn't have said that. But they never told this woman she shouldn't have said that. But they said it to me. So then as a child, you think like, wait a minute. So as growing up in other relationships that I had, I wanted to make sure that my voice was heard. And I had backing for my voice to be heard.
Understandable.
Understandable,
yeah.
But now, I pause. I pause and I think about, these words that you get ready to throw at these people, at this person. Where they at in life? And that's what I think about. Where they at in life? What's going on with them? They might be having a bad day or whatever like that. And so I don't come at them as hard. I don't do that at all. Matter of fact, even on social media, I just block people. Instead of me going back and forth, I don't even want that toxic energy just around me at all. And so even when using in your relationships, do the same. And I'm not even talking about just relationship with a lover, even relationships with friends and family members. Like, I'm very good now at knowing what my boundaries are. That's one thing that I did learn out of my past relationship is setting my boundaries. It's setting my boundaries. It's been plenty times especially the last relationship that I had before this one. I went back several times. I went back several times in this relationship. I went back around the block a few times,
Mm.
and I would never do that again because nothing changed. Nothing changed with him. Nothing changed with me.
Wow.
We didn't learn anything, even though we had that break away from each other and we dated other people, within that and came back. We brought that, and well, I didn't. He brought that animosity. Well, who was you dating? Doesn't matter who I'm dating because you was dating somebody during that time. But you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just made it more toxic.
Made more toxic,
it just built more on top of more on top of more. Because guess what? We hadn't healed from whatever other stuff that we brought into the relationship in the first place. So then we thought we broke up, we come back together, break up, come back together, break up, come back together again. And we ain't doing nothing but piling layers of bull crap on top of the other, and has never been healed from anything even from the beginning that we came into the relationship with.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's like, when you come into a relationship, what you looking for in a relationship? Like and I'm asking this question, and I look for somebody to answer me in the comments. Yeah. What you looking for in a relationship? And I wish it was this video that I saw that I just shared. That I just saw, and it was this young lady. She was talking about a guy asked her what she looking for in a man, and she has said, "I'm not looking for anything in a man." She said, "Because if I tell you what I'm looking for, then you're going to know what I'm looking for, meaning that you're going to do everything that I tell you that I want, and it won't be genuine." She gave a whole different different perspective on what me giving my book, so you can know exactly what it is that I want. But then that comes from me being somewhere and not getting what I want. Does that make sense? So instead of me telling you, right. But for her, it was different. It was like, no, because if I tell you what I want in my relationship, then you're not gonna be honest. You're not gonna do it the way that it needs to be done. You're not gonna be genuine in your response. And so I saw it her way, but then I was like, wait a minute though. But are you gonna get upset? Because I know I was getting upset because you said I'm not a mind reader. But if I tell you what I want, then you already know. Right. So then it's up to you to make that choice of decision to give me that. You understand what I'm saying? But she's seen it different, and she broke it all the way down, and it was great. But I would just respectfully disagree with her on that aspect. But I feel it though. I did. I wish I would have had it to to post it up, but it's something I'm a retweet. Well, repost it maybe later on tonight or something like that.
Here go Jeffrey with an answer for the question. And communication. Well, you looking for a relationship? Jeffrey said communication.
Communication. That's simple. Because we can communicate all the time. We can communicate, but you can have toxic communication too. You know that, right?
Right. There you go. Just because you say communication, don't mean that.
Right. So you want honesty.
There goes Charmaine.
Honesty, loyalty, and respect. Okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
And we got somebody on the link.
Okay. Let's see. Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Going on? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy new beginnings.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
How's your holidays?
It was great. It was really great. How was yours? Is it snowing there?
Actually, in a weird way, no, it's not. Just heavy winds and really cold, but it's not snowing though. It's just global warming. That's scary.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, the holidays was cool. It was
That's
good.
good. That's good. So answer my question. What did you learn about yourself from your past relationship?
Oh, my past relationship,
Hmm.
I learned about myself, or just learned in general.
Learn about yourself. Better yet, in general.
In general, I learned don't go at somebody else's speed. Don't go off
Mm.
of somebody else's speed. Like when you ready to love, when you ready for something, go off at your speed. Trust your gut when you see certain things, and when you see red flags, act on it. Don't ignore it. Trying to be understanding. If you see a red flag, that's a red flag.
Mm. Dude,
That's what I,
you know, say something like.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. I guess, like you said, if you see a red flag, you just got to make sure it's a red flag.
right.
Mm. Mm. So that kind of go back into what we're talking about before, how we bring old baggage or old situations into the new relationship that we ain't really healed from any of that, and we bring it into the new one.
Yeah. Make sure you
Yeah.
heal. Yeah, that's a virtual. You gotta heal before you go to the next. Cause all you're gonna do is hurt the next at the end of the day. And
Hmm.
while you hurting the next, you possibly gonna be wasting your own time too as well, trying to lash out at the person for what the last person did to you. You can't do that. Cause that's what I
Right.
did after my last relationship. Like I took a break for a little while. I took some time to heal, just took some time to myself. Like that's really what I did. I just spent a lot of time, with myself, and that's
Hmm.
actually that's when I started a little business, like a little brand.
Okay.
So yeah, like just find time to heal. That's a virtue.
Right. So for you right now, are you dating right now? Are you in a relationship right now?
I'm not in a relationship. Like you say, I'm dating.
Hmm.
Like if I see a girl, like I might ask her out. She say, yeah, take her out. Might kick it with somebody, but I'm not in like a relationship or nothing like that. I'm not necessarily looking. I'm chilling. I'm just living life. My main focus right now is trying to, keep capitalizing on my brand. Just keep branding. But if a relationship come, it come. I'm not necessarily looking for one, but I'm not gonna run away from one either.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So let me ask you this, since you are in a dating field, dating scene, and it was something that I talked about in the top of the hour. I talked about how is looking from through other people, through their eyes, through their lens, that is not too good out there. How is it out there for you, being a black man, having a job, but also running your own business? For you, how is the dating field for you?
Dating, I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's not. I'll say it's good. Like I said, it's just I'm chilling, so I'm not looking for nothing serious. So I don't want to necessarily say it's a bad thing. Just it's kind of like you kind of hit the money with it. It's a lot of it is timing, because I work a lot, and a lot of people they don't understand, like, if you're a worker. I had one girl, she was like very selfish with time, and it was like, you don't put me first, you don't text me throughout the day. I drive a lot, so I'm not about to be texting driving you all the time. I already got tickets. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to be calling you on my every single break. I'm not about to just calling you as soon as I wake up, as soon as I go. No, like we need space. You need to understand, like, I work during my time, and trust too. You gotta be able to trust the individual as well.
Hmm.
It's like you can't think like there's me and my friend, we came up with a thing. Women like to come up with imaginary side chicks. And it's like you tripping over the side chick that you done made up. It's like you think it's a side chick out there, like, yo, like I'm working.
Well,
And
what
you
does
work.
imaginary side chick look like, Rod?
I don't know what she looked like. That's on her. She made it.
Right, because you work at you got like a training thing that you work with training, right? That's your side business, right? That's your business, right? That's what
Right.
you do workout. And so I'm being messy right now. So do you train a lot of beautiful women, models and stuff like that?
Yes, I do. And that was a problem with one girl. It was like, you always around these women, this, that, and the third. But what she didn't realize was she just wanted to ignore was I used to invite her to workouts. My thing
Mm.
was, if you come with me to these workouts,
Then you'll
maybe
see.
these women, not even she'll see, like they will see like I have somebody, like I'm dealing with somebody. So maybe they'll respect it. But it's like I don't want to come to the workouts. I don't feel like working out. Well, it's like, well, you can't be insecure if you don't want to come around. Now at that point, you have to just flat out trust me.
Right. So now I'm about to go down this little rabbit hole. So you made a statement. You said she came with you to work out, right?
No, she wouldn't. That's the thing.
Right. Well, no. Listen to what I'm saying. You said if she came with you to work out, right, then the ladies that you are training would know that you got somebody. So you ain't tell them that you had somebody, or you just
Uh,
thought that was no.
no,
Or
I
is it
mean
a
like
secret? You even tell them why you got somebody?
no. If you ask me, I'll
They
tell
pushing
you.
up on you? What was they doing?
Now, if you ask me,
Yeah,
I'll
I was
tell you
doing
that.
squats, but you behind them with your hand on their booty.
You know, it's funny because we were just joking about that in the gym too. It's like, what is workouts that you don't look in somebody's face when you're doing it? It's like there's certain workouts you don't look in their face while they working out. And you just let them do them. But like when it comes to the workouts, I try my best not to get it messy. I don't like. I take my brand very serious. So
That's
like,
good.
it's like I don't like I told you in one episode when it's dealing with a female, I try not to hook up with my clients. Like
You say
don't
you
like
try not to. That's good.
like that's one thing that my trainer taught me. He was like, don't hook up with your clients. That's bad for business. Like
Yeah.
don't do that. And then like I said, like if I'm dealing with somebody, if she feels insecure, it's like, come to the gym with me. Like,
Right.
you're more than welcome to kick it with me too. But if you don't want to do it, then that's your fault. And that's another thing I learned with from my last relationship. It's like I'm not judgmental, but a woman have to really take care of her health because I'm not dealing with insecurities no more. Like if you insecure
Mm.
about yourself, it's like it's only so much I could hold back. But if you're not doing anything to help your situation out, it's kind of like what Will Smith said. It's like the next person's happiness is not my responsibility. If you're not happy, that's your fault. It's
Right.
like you have a choice to stay or leave, but trying to make the next individual happy, like no, you're gonna go crazy doing that
That's true. That's so true.
because
That's so
you don't know what the next person thinking. And again, it's like if that person don't take time to heal and find out like what's going on with their situation,
that's
it's like
right.
it's a
Right.
whole mess.
Exactly. Well, baby, thank you. Thank you for calling in and Happy New Year. We got another caller
Yeah,
coming in, but
most definitely appreciate you every trip, Naomi. Happy New Year's, and I
Happy New
appreciate
Year, baby. Thank you.
you. No
All
problem.
right, Rock. All right, it's your girl D Goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Today we are talking about self-reflection. What did you learn about yourself from your past relationships? So, Dog Pound Mike, he had put up a link. So you are more than happy to join us to answer this question. Don't be afraid. You can come on with your face not showing because that's what Pax did. What's going on, Pax? Hey, Pax, what's going on, baby? Happy New Year.
Hope everything your year started out well.
It did. It has. It has started off well. How about yours?
Yes, it has. It's turned out very less eventful like it was 2023. So yeah, less eventful.
Okay, less
So
event.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So for
So
you, the question:
mhm,
what did you learn about yourself from your past relationship?
I learned from my past relationships that one, I'm kind of really I do not oh sorry, cat. Move, go, go, go. Um I learned that I don't give up on my dreams because a couple of relationships I had in the past, women that I kind of dated want me to give up on something that I really wanted to do.
Mm,
And if I did do that, I'll be in a relationship. I wouldn't be fulfilled, you know, with myself. It's like
right.
I will be half myself because, okay, I'm not achieving what I feel like I can do. I'm not the whole me.
Right.
And it took a long time because I was engaged one time like 20 years ago
Okay.
and I pursued something. I thought she was with me, but then she cheated on me and we broke up. And it took me to a long journey of trying to find that special someone while
Mm,
dating other women. And how this that when they found out that I was in the industry, that's when things kind of turned around and we go our separate ways. And even though I was pursuing my goal stuff, I was still empty and looking for somebody to be with. So
mm-hmm.
I learned not to rush to relationships real quick I learned that I follow my goals, and if some woman actually see me doing and focus on what I'm trying to do, but still have time for her, then she'll be with me like that.
Mhm.
Like I'm currently in a relationship right now that's turned out good.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you very much. Because like really it's like I understand like how some women think that some guys are fake sometimes because like last year I had to deal with my mom dealing with her cancer treatments. I was
Mm-hmm.
staying with her at the time. And to try to explain to a woman this day and age that, oh, I'm staying with my mom because she had cancer, she thinks you one of those bomb dudes or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was rough because I broke off a couple of relationships, and it was kind of tough. But like right now, it's like I'm dating a woman who's very understanding of all aspects of me, and that's the thing. Like you have to find somebody who see the full you.
Yeah.
You know that you don't have to hide because that's one thing I'm
Yeah.
afraid of. Like I was thinking, like, oh man, what if they find out and they look at my social media and then they see who's following me
Right.
and who I'm following. So then it'll be all over and stuff. I had, like I said, 20 years. I had that like burden of what happened with the first
Response.
engagement. And it was painful, but now it's like it's better because, like I said, she understands the full me. I'm myself, and that's pretty much what's important in a relationship. That person themselves and you're yourselves, and y'all love each other, the full version of yourself. Not
Right.
like you tell them to sacrifice this career or sacrifice doing something that they really like, you know?
Right. So what was your turning point? When did you realize like I would not no longer allow this 20-year of toxicity that I had with that baggage, come to my new.
My one woman that I dated for nearly a year.
Mhm.
Um halfway through in 2023, um she how can I say it? It was like wait, before her, let me say this. 2022, I was doing Facebook dating.
You was
And
doing what? Wait, you was
Facebook
doing what?
Facebook dating. You know, Facebook have a dating like you go on their Facebook app on your phone, they have a dating section. Just like
Really?
Tinder.
Wait, no. One of my good girlfriends. Okay, tell me about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Like Tinder? Okay.
yeah, it's kind of like Tinder, but free. But anyway, so what happened was the lady before I dated this other one in 2022. We was dating, we about to do the first date, and then all of a sudden, a family emergency happened where it's like my one of my nieces ran away from home, and we was really worried and trying to find her and everything else. So I had to cancel the date. So then it was a time when she hit me up like, "Hey, what you doing?" I was like, I'm doing homework because I was still in school and there's nothing we do because we already had a plan to get her back, which thankfully she came back safe and sound. But she was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. So you lied. It's like, what do you mean I lied? She was like, because you said you had to cancel our date because of your niece. Like, yeah, I did. Like, and you're at home doing homework. Like, yeah, because I keep my mind off of it and nothing else I can really do anything like that. Then she went on this long tirade about how she's a registered nurse and she's, you know, she got other guys ahead of me. I bumped down the line and everything else. It was so toxic. I was like, oh, these women, da da. But then I was like, wait a minute, hold on. There's like what 20 million, maybe, or maybe 50 million black women in this country. I can't just let one or maybe like five or 100 affect the rest of them because I could find somebody else
Mhm.
that will be understanding and see what's going on and everything. So I did meet somebody the month later, and we were dating for almost a year.
Okay.
And then she wound up having a whole boyfriend. So yeah, so that happened.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh at you,
I
Pax, but
know
how that happened?
yeah, it's just like one night I was like, okay, so because we supposed to go to anime convention the next day. I was like, hey, what you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm playing Elden Ring. That's when it first came out. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, I didn't know you gaming stuff because we talked a lot, but I didn't know she had a system and stuff, game and everything else. She's like, yeah, I'm on my boyfriend. I'm like, what? Boyfriend? Huh? What?
Wait,
What?
wait a minute. She said that just so like
Casually.
surely with a chest, right? Like with a
I-
chest out with that. So
After,
did y'all say that did y'all say that y'all was in a relationship? Did you like I don't even know how it what's
I mean,
even the language of y'all dating now? Is it like would you be my boyfriend or would you be my girlfriend or we
we were
dating or
working,
what?
and I think part of my fault because, like, you're in that situation where, like, mindset when you dating, like, okay, is this one of those women that won't immediately get in a relationship, or they want to do a nice slow burn with the relationship, see everything work right?
Did you ask that?
Yeah, I
No.
did.
And
I
what she
asked
say?
that, and she's like, "Yeah, we're going ahead and take it slow, and work out, see how we fit and everything." Because we pretty much had a date every 2 months because she worked at night, overnight. I worked day, and it was time where I could actually have the weekend off to go out with her and everything, right? So it was like a whole boyfriend, like what, like,
Did y'all have sex during that time?
huh?
Did y'all have sex during that
Nope, we
time?
didn't.
Y'all ain't had sex at all?
We didn't because
What was
at
that,
the time,
what was your reason for not having sex during that time that you dated? You said you dated her for what, a year? How long did y'all date?
almost a year, almost a year.
Almost a year? Okay.
I say part of it's me and part of it's like, the situation 'cause I was still like my mom still was living with me, everything else,
Mhm.
the timing and everything. And also I didn't want to like really think that I'm like because they found I was part of the industry. I didn't want to think that I'm like some horn dog that just want a body count. That's
But a whole
why.
year, but was you doing anything you that year? Did you have
Uh
any sex with anybody during that year?
I didn't tell you the truth now when you gonna laugh at this.
Oh,
And
mm-mm.
it's like some other people know, but I've been abstinent for like 8 years now.
Wow, that is amazing,
It
Pax.
it is, and people like, what? Wait a minute, hold on. You in the industry, but you've been abstinent for 8 years? Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Now I'm about to really get a little messy and go up in your business. Like, you just open up the door. So do you at least masturbate?
I do.
You do how often? Look, listen to me. How often? Because first of all, it's rare. You are a rare species, and that's a good thing. That's not. Well, I'm not trying to say bad.
Right.
That I've never met a man that knew and be openly and say that I've been abstinent for 8 years. That's a so it's like, what do you do knowing that you were sexually active before, but now you're not? So it's like, how do you satisfy yourself? And how often do you do that? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So pretty much 2 times a day,
Okay.
probably. But the thing is, like, it's more like to me, it's more like you have to have a bond with a person, like,
Mhm.
and also if it's worth it, because some people have sex with people and they have a whole bunch of drama come through.
Right.
And being in the industry for like nearly 25 years, like you see everything that happens and what
Yeah.
have you. You mess with the wrong messy woman, as things go wrong, then your business is all over the internet. So it's
Mhm.
like, gee, let's see, have sex with somebody that might happen. Or just wait till the right person come be in a relationship and just please myself. So that's it.
Right. Oh wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's amazing though. 8 years. That is truly a feat. I my respect level just went up a little higher for you though, my brother. Seriously, you about to laugh. No, I was just like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like that is like seriously. I mean, damn, 8 years.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
there's temptation, but it's like, okay, I don't really need that. It's almost like stoicism in a way. Like, is it worth me sleeping with this woman? Like
Right.
Marcus Aurelius type stuff, but it's like I don't really brag about it a lot. I don't really talk about it a lot. I'm not putting it up there like, oh yeah, abstinence pride or anything like that,
Right. No.
So okay, so long story short with that. So after that happened,
Mhm.
a couple months later, I met the woman that I'm talking to now and dating. So we're pretty much going to have our truly first date this year because she's a longtime friend of mine,
Okay.
and she currently working in Italy right now.
In
So when she come
Italy?
back, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not a passport bro. She's a passport sister who went to Italy and worked somewhere. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Shoot, I haven't gave up on Black American women. Just like I said,
Okay.
like
Okay.
100
Okay.
of
Hey,
those
this is
roles.
no
I mean,
judgment, John. I wasn't judging. I was just looking. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's what happened. She's okay with me being in the industry because she kind of interested in stuff, not to be talent or anything, but interested. She encouraged me during a hard time because last year was really rough. It was like mom, stage 4 cancer,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
um, pretty much trying to deal with college. Had to do 2 jobs during that time because of one I had to do like a co-op job or what have you. It
Mm-hmm.
was a lot going on last year. It was very stressful, and she pretty much was my rock during that time.
Mm.
And one time, I think I forgot what podcast it was. A guy was saying like the big difference between now and back then was like back then dating, you knew somebody their whole life when they was kids. Y'all grew up together, and then y'all fell in love, became high school sweethearts, and have a long marriage. So this day and age, people do that 3-month rule or 90-day rule, what have you, and still don't know that person.
Mm-hmm.
And one relationship advice was like, you've been through multiple stages of emotions with that person, and they still with you. Y'all guys kind of meant to be together because at least y'all went through those stages, crisis, happiness, joy, sadness, anger, and all that. And that's why I'm like really happy that she's in my life. And
Right.
that's
How long have you been? You been dating her for how long?
maybe like what, 5 months.
5 months.
Uh-huh.
And but you say you've known her before she even. So if you've met
Yeah.
her in person, you know her.
Uh-huh.
All of that. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a catfish,
Oh,
type of
trust me,
thing.
I come on. It's like I make sure that it's not a catfish.
Yeah. Because I had Dominic Simone on here last year,
Mhm.
late last year, and she was talking, actually it was in her book, and she was talking about her being catfish by a person that she truly thought this person was real and this person was fake the whole time.
Jeez.
Um, yeah, yeah. Ain't that crazy?
It is crazy. I mean, I think I almost had got catfish one time.
Mm. I know folks
Almost.
using my stuff to catfish people. I'm
I
telling y'all,
know.
man, y'all better
It's
stop
like
doing that, giving them people your money,
that's
whoever
a
they
lot
is.
of people that they doing that. Like it's just like you got dudes pretending to be female adult stars and like asking for penis pics and everything. It's like you giving it to a whole dude, and you know, like come on, man. That's why I look at it quick, like, okay, who's this? What's going on?
Yeah.
I ask some crazy questions.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the funny thing. Mm-mm. Well, Pax, thank you, love. Thank you for, joining in this conversation and sharing. Um, and just sharing your piece right there. I thank you for that.
you're
Thank you.
welcome. You're
Really,
welcome.
thank you. Thank you. Are you going to be at AVN this year?
I'm not. I got a lot of things to do because after that full year of 2023,
Right.
I need a rest and also put that degree to work. So pretty much I'm gonna be working on that. I mean, I
Well,
wish I was.
congratulations on that. I saw that you had, got it. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. So yeah, so I'm working on that and pretty much making 2024 more prosperous for me and also anybody how can I say not sign up but use my services be more prosperous as well because there's a lot of new stuff out there and it constantly change every 2 weeks.
Tell the listeners what you do so then they could probably hit you up if they need your services. What are you doing?
So I do web page graphic design and multimedia promotions as well. So I design your websites, I do graphics for you. Video editing, I do that also as well. Social media optimizing and search engine optimizing as well. Um, I'm also into doing AI, pretty much ChatGPT, Google Bar, and all them, and just learning more about that, and
Mhm.
combining that with trying to do social media optimizing and search engine optimizing, and also following what all these social media is doing with algorithms because they changing
Mhm.
things every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one minute you
Mhm.
got a lot of viewers, next minute you're like
Yeah.
one view on your video or 0 views, which
Mhm.
Instagram is very crazy right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Instagram, what they do, they like I mean, I have followers, but I don't think everybody sees a lot of my posts.
Well, here go how it goes because I tested it out, right? One time I
Mhm.
did a video clip of Vita Valentine from an interview on YouTube, right?
Mhm.
And what happened was it didn't count the people who follow you. It only counts people who don't follow you that see your that view your videos.
Mm.
It use hashtags sometimes, but sometimes you have to put in keywords inside your descriptions or for people
Yeah.
who look for certain stuff to do it. And then they
Yeah.
push out. And then it's a formula with your video because it's reels they're working on. You have to have that little tag on the top and something else on the bottom. And that's what get it the AI bot that's with Meta to push your video up.
Mm.
It's craziness. It really change things every 2 weeks.
Mm. Mm. Mhm. All right, baby. Well, thank you. Thank you again for sharing your story. And it is good to hear your voice, honey. It really is.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you have a good one, all right?
You too.
All right. Bye. All right, it's your girl, you got it, Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back because guess what? I got a little Ask Naomi letter, all right? We'll be right back.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment? Get ready for the Season of Self-Love, a brand new series hosted by the incredible Naomi.
Hey there, it's Naomi. Are you tired of putting yourself last? Ready to prioritize your own happiness and well-being? Well, look no further.
Join Naomi every Tuesday as she delves deep into the world of self-love, sharing powerful insights, practical tips, and inspiring stories that will help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
Together, we'll explore topics like self-care, personal growth, confidence, and so much more.
Don't miss out on this empowering series. Tune in every Tuesday for a fresh dose of self-love wisdom, exclusively on Ask Naomi's podcast.
Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the season of self-love. I can't wait for you to join us on this incredible journey. See you every Tuesday.
Subscribe now to Ask Naomi's podcast and let the season of self-love transform your life.
All right, it's your girl, you got it. Naomi Banks here on the season. On Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Let me tell you, Doc Pound Mike Mike just put me all the way off. I just sorry. It's your girl, you got it, Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. I want to say hey to the BTG crew. I see you all doing your comments. I want to thank folks that came in. But guess what? We got a Ask Naomi letter. All right. It's Ask Naomi letter time. I have not did that in so long, so long. All right, so this person writes in and says, "Hi Naomi, I have a question. It's been a few years since I've had sex with all girls. I asked to date. All the girls I asked to date, they want money. I want love, yeah, but I got money, but I want love and not a gold digger. So, do you think I should wait or pay for sex?"
And
Y'all wanna know what I said? What I thought was going to happen, I thought you was gonna come in and say something, and then I was gonna come behind you and just,
something. It's just a simple. He said he want love. Well, you wait for love. But if you need sex, you go spend that money. Simple.
That's kind of what I said. But no, this is what I said. I try to be more sensible what I said. I said, well, if you're not comfortable paying for sex, don't do it. If you're not comfortable with paying for sex, don't do it. I said, but if you're looking for something serious and not just sex, find someone who love slash or like you for you and want to share that intimate moment with you. So if you're not looking for a relationship and just hook up, then there's several different hookup websites that are out there. But you can find someone that you are mutual interest in with no commitments. Good luck out there. All right, and he wrote back, "Thank you, Naomi." And he just asked, "When do I go live?" And then he said he's into some kinky stuff. Now I don't know if that was directly, to me or not, or what it is. But his question was, no, I'm being funny. But his next question was, and if he's listening, he said, "I'm into kinky stuff, and should he tell someone that I respect? Should I tell that to them?" And should I ask them to try that with me? So it's like being in a relationship and okay. Yes, you need to tell them what you're into. Yes, you need to tell them what you are into, so they can know, so you can be who you are. So you can be who you are. And if they don't want what you want, then that ain't the person for you. That ain't the person for you. You definitely don't want to be trying to get into a relationship with somebody to where it's so lopsided and so untrue that you are not being yourself. You are not. What's so funny?
It's so funny because in the letter he says, "Should I pay for sex or should I wait for fun to fall in love?" If you in the kinky shit, you gonna have to spend your money.
That is not true.
You have to spend your money to get that kinky stuff, and then maybe y'all fall in love from that. You out here saying you on a love quest and you want Miss, and then y'all getting you got whips and chains and all this shit. You walk around here with a damn ball strapped to your mouth.
No.
You like a gift.
That was no. Let me tell you something. There is some kinky women out there that do it, and you don't have to pay them to do it. That's in relationships. There are some out there. Did you say no?
You ain't gonna take a minute to find.
But take your time so you can find that right person and stop jumping to any hole that's out there. I said hole, not hole. I said every hole that's out there to try to get it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess it may sound so loving, like, okay, you're gonna meet this nice woman, y'all go out to dinner, and everything is all cool.
She might be a freak.
She might be a freak, but I guess that's something you have to talk about at the table. Why you still at dinner?
I believe that. I mean, that's just me. I do.
That's true.
That's just me, and I know you don't tell all that.
In that situation, you do have to. If that's you, yeah, you do have to tell all that.
There you go, baby. I didn't even see you there. But you so welcome. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. But don't listen. He's talking about go pay for it. You cannot promote prostitution on here.
That ain't prostitution.
What is that?
Taking care of very take care
We're about to get flagged real quick just off of that one word.
Taking care of very special.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, if your first date at the whip and chain stuff, then y'all got something in common.
So for him to go trolling it to the freak nasty store, to the adult store. That's what I call the adult store, freak nasty store. To the adult store, you go there and you see, but come on, really?
Well, that's got to be talked
Come on,
about.
dog. That's Dog Pound Mike coming out. Come on out the kennel. Come on out the kennel. Go. Yep, get the barking. Get the barking.
When you go to dinner, you had this conversation at dinner, and if dinner ends up at the Freak Nasty Show, then you probably on the right path.
You know what? That's a good one. Would you ever? It's serious. This is a question here. Listen. Would you ever take your date, your date on their first date to an adult store?
Right. There you go.
Would you do that, Doug Brown?
Me?
No, the man behind you.
No, I ain't doing. I ain't taking it to the Freak Nasty stuff. Nah. we go get Freak Nasty for free. I got some rope in the car. I ain't got to buy no rope with no fur on it. You won't get tied up? Yeah. Oh no. I'm ordering shit off Amazon. I mean, he won't brought up the money part. I mean, hey.
Did you say you was gonna go to Amazon?
Hey, if wasn't enough rope in the car, use headphone wires or something.
Oh my goodness, no. No.
You know, I used to be a hood freak nasty dude. I'm a hood freak nasty dude. I ain't no 50 Shades of Grey. No 50 Shades of Grey spend all my money. I was 50 Shades. You better get the backseat of this Rico.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at yourself. I'm just right here. But what I want to do is I want to thank you.
Me too. I want to thank you.
I know. Okay, I want to thank you for just writing here. I'm sorry, can we do this? Can we take a quick break and then we'll go? So now do the outfit. Who is your boy Dog Pound Mike?
This is your boy Dog Pound Mike on Ask Naomi, and you just been invited to the Dog Pound moment. We'll be back soon.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Naomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Naomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Naomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Naomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi Bridget and Gad podcast. I apologize. I had to get my composure together because Dog Pound Mike just came just roaring out of his cage. And when I tell you this, Dog Pound Mike used to be in rare form. So let me tell you how all of this created with the Dog Pound Mike. When we was at Chocolate Radio, it was Dog Pound Mike and Dog Pound Irvin, right? Mm-hmm. Irvin. And I was the sensible one. I was the sensible one. The sensible one. And those two were literally the Dog Pound. Irvin was more, he was a dog, but he wasn't as doggish as Dog Pound Mike was. Like literally. And that combination that we had was really good. And we brought that on over here with me and Dog Pound Mike. And, and what I can say is that he had been on a leash for a long time. He's been on a leash for a long time, and you all just got a little bit of it before. But today he just jumped right on out the kennel.
gotta go back because I was watching Season of Self Love. I was getting healed. I was getting all focused. And then he just brought me back to the street. I got that all over again.
Wow. Wow. Well, all right. Well, first of all, I want to thank you all. I appreciate every single one of you that come out to watch, listen, and hear us here on Ask Naomi Bridging Gap podcast. If you need any love, sex, relationship advice, I promise you it is good. It's some good advice to come there. Just entertainment. Dog Pound is great entertainment, y'all. He's great entertainment. Just great entertainment. Really. And same to you, baby. But shoot us an email at asknaomi@gmail.com. And if y'all want Dog Pound Mike to no, I'm kidding.
Send me a letter too.
Send him a letter too. All right, again, we will see you next Thursday. And remember, we were nominated for AVN Fan Favorite Award for Best Adult Podcast. So go to avn.com and go to the AVN Awards and vote there. Vote there. Vote for us. I Ask Naomi Bridging Gap podcast. All right. And as I always say, be good to one another in yourselves. And always keep it sexy. I'll see y'all next week.
Hey, it's the goddess Naomi Banks, and I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.